Hey guys, Mike with Gettin Greasy Garage, and yeah, working on the $1,000 auto, the black Silverado. Literally have a temp sensor, two temp sensors to hook up, and a couple plugs underneath to plug in. I put oil in it, coolant, got the heater hoses done. That was a nightmare in itself because of the turbo being right here. So couldn't just route the heater hoses in the normal direction, had to go longer. Yeah, so anyway, filled this thing up with coolant and was getting ready to plug the rest of the wiring in and test fire it. And yeah, those are under there for a reason. Started leaking coolant. Now this was probably 10 minutes after I filled it up. Here's the radiator. It's a brand new radiator. Of course, you know, this is fine Chinesium. Just an aluminum radiator with plastic tanks. It's stock replacement. And this is the bottom edge. As you can see. Lower hose. So, this and this are the transmission cooler part of the radiator. And let's see, then we got, these are vents, steam vents for the engine. Anyway, and return hoses and such. Anyway, so this is a transmission cooler. And on this truck, because it's a turbo application, the transmission went in and got completely rebuilt and upgraded with all the goodies to handle around 700 horsepower. He built it for, and I don't think this thing should make over 650. It's a 4L60, but like I say, it's got all the upgrades. Not going to get into that because it's irrelevant. I did add, based on my transmission guy's advice and the fact that this truck will occasionally tow a trailer, added a transmission cooler right here. This big guy. The bottom one's the intercooler for the turbo. So, I didn't even bother hooking up this auxiliary cooler. And thank God I didn't, because it started pissing coolant right out of here. So, everything looks okay, but there's something wrong. It was not coming from around here. It was coming out of the cooler. This is a brand new radiator. Yes, it was bought last year, but it wasn't hooked up. So, this discoloration is just from it sitting. I got just a little bit of rust on that washer, but it was not leaking at the seal where the cooler comes through the tank. It was leaking here. So, had I had the transmission lines plugged into this and started this truck up, it would have turned the whole transmission into garbage. So, yeah, pretty pissed off about this one. You know, this brand new radiator could have ruined a freshly rebuilt, expensive transmission. You know, it was $2,400 to rebuild that transmission, and a $100 Chinese radiator could have ruined it. Now, at the time we got this radiator, because this one has the smaller of the two available radiators, I couldn't find one anywhere else. Nobody had them in stock, and nobody knew how long. So, being that it was a fresh motor, fresh transmission, decided to replace the radiator too. Well, yeah, that worked out real well with this thing leaking. So, fortunately, I'm a pack rat, and I still have the original radiator, which only had 100,000 miles on it. So, I'm going to clean this up, flush it out real good, and use it. And again, I'm not going to bother with using the inboard transmission cooler because I got the auxiliary one. So, yeah, the shitty parts bug bites again. And this time it could have been very expensive. Now, it wouldn't have been on me, but my customer would not have been pleased. This project has been ongoing for too long as it is to have something like this happen and ruin a good transmission. So, anyway, guys, thought I'd share this with you. I'm going to try to contact the company that sold me this radiator, see if they want to do anything about this. I highly doubt it. It's been pushing a year. So, you know, it is what it is, but I guess you got to pressure check these things or test every little thing, and, you know, I really don't know what to say. I just know it's irritating. More junk. You know, it makes me remember the old discount tire commercial where the old lady throws the bad tire through the window of the tire store. Can we do that with radiators? So, anyway, guys, I got to get back to work here. Got a lot going on. Got a big video coming up of a project, kind of a, well, it is a special project, and when that comes out, you'll find out more about that. So, anyway, still healthy, still alive, and still working hard. Alright, guys, it's enough out of me. Like, share, subscribe, comments down below. And thanks for watching. Stay greasy, my friends. And don't use junk Chinese radiators.